Our last podcast was a week after Oren was born. So yeah, my youngest was just a week old and I was like postpartum and exhausted, and we were talking about health and all of these things. And so when you asked me to do round 2, I just thought about everything that had happened in the interim and how much better we are.
Yeah. We're both in good places right now,
yes.
which is great and unusual.
I know.
Normally we're taking turns, but
exactly.
it's good. It's neat to get to know you in a healthy environment where we're both like going for hikes and walks.
I know. Like I would tell you in my former life, I loved to like hang out and be active and do things, but you often saw me like crawling off the couch.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. And we would joke that like we would switch off days. So we would take each other's kids places and just take turns being in bed and not functional. And it really, it's really hard to get a cadence of life or even enter into friendships when there's that unpredictability on the table all the time. So it's been so good to have this steady trajectory upward and be able to be out more and just do stuff with you guys. And so it's been great. So when I was thinking about this podcast with everything that's happened in between, I just thought like, what would I have said to myself back at that stage when everything was like so unpredictable and uncertain? And I just like, it's so wonderful to know that there is hope.
Yes.
Like not just for the next life, but for this life too. When you've just struggled with chronic illness for so long, it can seem like this is just the way life is going to be.
It seems like your whole world.
Exactly. And you just are going to have to live with this sort of chaotic unpredictability forever. And if that's not like met with this real possibility of hope, it can become, it can really overtake life, both for you and your family. And there can be a real cloud that descends without that hope. So that was like the biggest thing that just came to mind was there is a light at the end of the tunnel that can be before you if you're in the depth of just that suffering of not being able to serve your family, serve your friends. So I don't know, is it the same for you?
Yeah. And I think that, I don't know, I think we both tend to be more optimistic and the glass is half full type people.
Yeah.
And it was hard. So I can only imagine if we were someone that already struggled with anxiety or glass half empty or like pain, like it's hard. It's really hard. And I think if we were, I could see it being that much harder if you were someone that already struggled with anxiety or depression. At least for me, like I often go to everything's going to be okay.
Yes.
But it's still, on bad days, it was really hard and questioning and even having doctors saying like, this is your new normal.
Exactly.
Like, here's your handicap pass. You just need to get used to the fact that you can't walk. It's like, no, you don't understand. Like that can't be my life. That's not who I am.
Yeah, exactly. And then not knowing, there's a funny interplay between like trust and surrender. Mm-hmm. Especially when you're encountering doctors and people telling you this, and also then wanting to like step up and advocate for yourself and fight for yourself and be like, well, this is not going to be my new normal. I'll find a way, and not ever letting that get to like a prideful level where you're not surrendering to what God gives, because he does allow this cross, and there's a lot of grace to be found in receiving it moment by moment.
Yes.
But
offering it up, but not just accepting it, like still trying the next, okay, I'll try this doctor, or I'll try this supplement, or I'll try this weird, crazy diet, or.
Yes, exactly.